Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Modulation and you're watching Techie Programmer. So today in this video, we are going to explore the parts on this particular board. So basically we will be understanding why these parts exist on this particular board so that we can, take maximum output from this tiny board. So we'll be exploring why the layout has this particular object. So let's say, why is this present over this? Why is it this present? So we'll just understand why this even exists. So I hope you would love this video. So let's get started. So let's explore. So here I have this Arduino UNO here. You can just see the Arduino UNO, and this is how it looks from the back. So it has all the information like what it is and who has manufactured it and open source electronics prototyping platform. Okay, this board is open source. As I said, you can just copy the circuitry and build your own system. So now let's start with power. First of all, every circuit needs to be powered. So here we have this black color jack here, wherein you can just insert 5 volts to 12 volts of input here. This black jack, we call it as a barrel jack power adapter. Okay, so then next we have this IC on the board. This is ATmega 328 PU. And then this IC outputs are this digital pins here, this and this. So let's explore in detail what we have in this digital pins. First of all, we'll be having from 0 to 13, that is 14 pins. So all these 14 pins are kind of a digital input output ports, wherein if you can see just a vibration there, like negation sign, that stands for PWM pins, that is pulse width modulated pins. So you can get the pulse width modulated input outputs there. And then we have a 0 and 1 pin, which is RX and TX, which stands for input, RX and TX information. Like whenever you want to program this particular board, you can just do it from 0 and 1 pin here. And then we have something here as a USB port. So we will be needing this particular adapter with USB and this converter here. What we'll be doing is we'll be just connecting this thing, and then we'll be connecting this to our computers with Arduino IDE, and then dumping the code to this particular Arduino. So we'll be doing that soon, maybe in the upcoming videos. For now, let's understand more about this. So as I said, we'll be having the digital pins over here, and also pulse width modulated pins, RX TX pin here, and then you will be having a ground pin. If you can see here, this white color strip, this is ground pin, and we have a AREF. AREF stands for analog reference pin. Okay, you can just give a reference here. If you just turn over in the same line, you can just see here SDA and SSEL pins written here. SSE stands for serial clock, and this SD stands for serial data. So next, moving on to this particular chunk here, this is ICSP, that stands for in-circuit serial programming. And then we have this here we have a LED pin which states that either this particular Arduino is turned on or off. And then we have a L, that is light, which is connected to pin number 13. It's by default. And then we also have a TX and RX here. So whenever something happens at this particular terminals, then we can see the reflections here. Or whenever we are programming from this particular port, we can see this RX and TX pins, just blinking based on the information is receiving or transmitted. So moving on to the next, to this side, to the side of the IC where the IC is located, you can see 0 to 5 analog pins. So which takes analog input and gives analog output here. Okay, so then we have VIN. VIN stands for basically you can power the circuit with this, or you can manage to power the circuit from this particular pin. And then you need to ground it here. You have 2 ground pins here, and then we have a 5 volt output. Basically whatever you give the source is regulated, and you can get a 5 volt output. So maybe if you are using some other sensors, then you can power that particular circuit with the help of this particular pin here. Then we have 3.3 here. Next to 5 volt we have 3.3 output. So even this we can use as a output, which is a regulated 3.3 output. Some of the sensors require 3.3 as an output or input, so you can provide it from here. And you can set a reset button. I mean, you can just reset this board from this particular pin here next to 3.3 volts. And then we have IO ref, that stands for input output reference. So now basically we understood what are these here and what is this. This kind of a crystal thing, this is a crystal oscillator. It's around 16 hertz. That is kind of a clocking thing here, and this the clocking mechanism here. You can see the voltage regulator here, and then this particular button here, the red one, this is a reset button. This is when you are connecting, just make it high, it just resets. The same way, when you press this particular button, the circuit will reset. Reset is not making the program empty, it is just resetting the board and restarting, something like that. So it won't be erasing your program, it will be just making sure it starts from zero. So that's it, I guess. That is what this particular chip or this particular Arduino has on this particular UNO. So most of its brothers and sisters are kind of similar. Maybe one or two components may be missing, or one or two components may be added based on the size. So let's consider or take Arduino Mega as an example, which is kind of a little bit bigger than this, and we have the flat chip on that particular system, but it also has all these things on it or something like that. So I hope you understood the hardware configurations. I will link below a PDF which contains all the data regarding what we discussed in this video. So I hope that particular PDF file will help you out to understand and to refer. So that's it from my side. I hope you liked this video. So make sure you hit like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.